tectonic. We're going to be working on these two sleds here today that have been sitting since, God, I'm thinking since 2008. The last sticker on them was 2010. So, and I know I didn't ride them until the end of the sticker being expired. So we'll see what we have, see how well they'll restart. I'm pretty sure that stabilizer was put in them, but nowadays with that crappy gas, who knows? So with that being said, let's get into it. Well, starters, it's still got some oil injection oil in it. Looks like the coolant's a little low. Oh, and it looks like the coolant knob's got broken plastic around it. So I'll probably have to replace that. I don't even know if I can get a good seal for the whole pressure. Yeah, that might work. Crankcase oil looks okay. Purchased new batteries. That wasn't too difficult because they sat with the batteries in them, so of course the batteries are no good. So I bought a new battery, Amazon. Found it pretty easily. In order to took all the old gas out of it, and I found that one of these things here works pretty sweet. I bought one of these. Worked pretty sweet for pumping the gas out of the tank. So that's how I got rid of the gas out of the tank. I started with fresh gas. Now this one wasn't so bad. It's an EFI 600 EFI. So it has no choke. And it also had no shutoff for the gas. Now I found that most of the stuff, when it sits a long time with that nasty old crappy gas that we've got nowadays, that it just eats holes right in the cracks, the rubber lines and the gas lines and stuff. It just tears them right up. So I pulled the plugs, pulled each plug, cleaned them. We're not going to go into detail all that. They did that. And I just put the same old plugs back in it, but I cleaned them up really good with some gasoline and wire brush. Cleaned them up. So this one wasn't too bad. Try it out. Pull up the kill switch. Start right off the choke. Some of that old gas ain't pumped. That old gas ain't really all pumped out of it yet. We want to make sure I don't get nothing caught up with the track or nothing. I'll try that again. Maybe it was a little throttle. So that one's works all right. Started right up. Only major problem is getting one of these coolant overflow jugs. Other than that, probably need some good gas run through it a few times. Hopefully that'll fix that carburetor. So this one wasn't so bad. Well, we'll move on to that other one, which is not an EFI and did have a shutoff for the gas and has a choke because it's not EFI, so which means it's not fuel injected, automatic, electric fuel injected, I should say. So we'll move on to that one. So this one's a 550, not EFI. Standard choke. Now the problem ahead with this one is you do have a shutoff for your gas, and on the bottom of each carburetor there's a rubber nipple. I don't have it to show you, but it's a little rubber nipple about 1 inch long, and I'm guessing 3/8. So they were rotted, and of course when you put gas to it and try to run it, the gas would just pour out the bottom of each carburetor, being dual carburetor, and each one of them of course was rotted out. So this had to be pulled, which ain't a big deal. 1, 2 screws, and then you pop this up, and there's a screw here, screw here, screw here. This all comes right out after you unmount your 2 screws to unmount your shutoff for your gas is mounted to it. Just 2 screws hold it on there with a little bracket in the bottom. It just comes right out. And then this whole thing lifts right out. There's a couple little boots on it that hook to your carburetor. Both carburetors, 2 boots. And they just go into this chamber, not really air filtered, just you know, just wide open, but it keeps it out of the elements of the air. There's not much dust in the winter when you're riding, so that's not the big deal. So after I got that off, it made it a lot easier to put a hose. All I did was take a 3/8 gas line rubber hose and went from one carburetor to the other carburetor and put clamps on it, and it's the same thing. It's just a little reservoir for the gas to dangle. I mean, it's not gonna matter, but I probably will order the right stuff. And so we took care of that. That fixed that problem. And of course this one don't have a broken antifreeze or coolant jug. Don't have the broken coolant jug. And a little bit of a pain in the rear trying to put this back in. And the boots were kind of rotted. After you take it out, they're old, rotted, so they kind of cracked. So once I got it all back installed, I just put some black Gorilla tape around them for temporary. I'll probably have to order 2 of them boots too. But now this one will start now, or it did the other day, I say. So this one has a manual choke. one, of course, they take, it's marked 50 to 1 on the jug, and it says use Articat 50 to 1 injection, 2-cycle. Now the other one calls for synthetic. Well, instead of buying 2 different kinds of oil, I just bought synthetic, using synthetic in both of them. So that way there's not really having to buy 2 kinds of oil. But yeah. But anyway, synthetic 2-cycle. This stuff is not cheap. I don't know how I got taken on this, but I paid almost $30 for a quart. That's crazy. I won't do that again. So anyway, pretty much did the same thing on this one. Took the plugs out, cleaned them, pumped the gas out of the tank. Same thing as the other one. Put a new battery in it. So the parts I'm looking at is a couple rubber boots. Put in 2 batteries. Now I'm going to have to get one of these jugs, coolant jug for the other one, because it's cracked. A couple boots for this one. Maybe replace the 2 little rubber nipples on the bottom, but that's it. They ran after sitting for 15 years plus. So I recommend the EFI. That was less headaches than this one. This one here had a little bit more issues with the gas. Tubes, rubber tubes on the carburetors and stuff like that. So anyway, that's it. Just wanted to show you. It didn't take much to get these old sleds hopefully back on the trail again for a short period. I don't really want to ride that much anymore because of the price of everything, but ain't bad to have one to zip around for a snowstorm or something. And in Michigan, we usually get one at least once a year. So that's it, folks. Thumbs up, man. Maybe hit that subscribe button. And I gotta see you on the next one. Take care. God bless. Now all you gotta do is like and subscribe. Really helps my channel out. You guys all have a great day.